My name is Gillian Chapman. I'm the superintendent in Teton County School District number 1. What gets me out of bed in the morning is knowing that every single day the work that I do matters for kids. And when I'm really at my lowest point or frustrated or scared, I think of some of the kids that I've gotten to know, and I think of how important public school is, and it's truly life-changing. Living in Teton County is hard, and being a youth in our country right now is hard, and I worry that people are coming to work or coming to school with a lot of burdens and a lot of aches, and it's hard to be at your best when you're worried about housing, when you're worried about having enough food, when you're worried about the health and well-being of someone else. The school district, in partnership with the Fund for Public Education, has focused a lot of effort and energy on helping our staff find affordable and stable housing. This is the #1 unmet need in our community, and it's important not only for our students, but for our staff.
It's really important to spend money on housing right now because we have educators who have invested time, they're knowledgeable, they have children in the system, and they can't afford to live here. So they've invested in us, and we've invested in them. They're our brain trust. And so we can't lose that valuable individual to the housing crisis.
People like me, if I didn't have my parents, I wouldn't live here. You know, my parents didn't still own their place, I wouldn't live here.
The average tenure of a teacher in Wyoming is between 10 and 20 years. In Teton County, we're lucky if we can keep someone employed in the school district for 3 to 3.5 years. And this is a huge loss to us because we invest nearly $50,000 in materials and training and onboarding for every single staff member. And if we're constantly turning over and staff members are having to leave because they cannot afford to hang on in this community any longer, then we lose out. We want to attract and retain our staff members here. And providing housing that is stable and affordable and fits the needs of a growing family in this community is our #1 priority.
I'm Molly Matei, and I teach culinary arts here at Jackson Hole High School. I know that we could have a world-class culinary program here in Jackson Hole. We have the people, we have the resources, and we have the interest, we have the need for trained culinarians to go work in this community. We just don't have the space to train them in. In the last few years, career and technical education has really had a renaissance, but this school doesn't reflect the needs of our students and of the needs of our community. The space that we're trying to teach culinary in isn't a teaching kitchen. We're working in a converted corner of the cafeteria. It looks like a culinary class, it looks like a teaching classroom, but we're missing so many of the key elements that make a space workable for students. And that's a problem that's replicated in classrooms throughout Jackson Hole High School. We are bursting at the seams, and if you were to walk through a hallway during a passing period, you'll see it firsthand. If you walk into any classroom, you'll see just how tight and crowded the classrooms are.
So as Jackson Hole continues to grow, and so does our population at Jackson Hole High School, we need to keep up with that pace. There is a huge need in our community to build a facility that will be the best in the state of Wyoming for our football team, our soccer team, and our track teams and our golf teams. These teams have had an enormous amount of success in the past few years, and we need to provide a facility that matches that success.
The Fund for Public Education is a nonprofit that supports the school district in so many ways, from dental care to food for kids, for coats, for any basic need, on top of all the other things that the school district just really can't provide, or is somewhat like the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae. Some of the things that really make me proud Kids can have the opportunity for desperately needed dental care. Local dentists have volunteered their time and their energy and their talents to support kids who really need the opportunity. The smile is the first thing you see in a student. It develops confidence. Through our scholarship program that the Fund for Public Education coordinates and organizes every year, nearly $1 million of community support is donated to our seniors that are leaving the community and launching into the military, into careers, into college. School and public education is about developing a well-rounded individual. And the things that happen through the Fund for Public Education make that possible. The Fund for Public Education makes not only small things happen for individual students that are truly life-changing, but they also make big things happen for the school district. If everybody gave even $1 in this community, that would be a huge benefit for public school children, for public school staff, and for this community and the school district.